Before we wrap up, I need to ask managers under pressure, because I'm looking at all the Premier League teams in case I've forgotten any, and I can't think of one which is under more pressure right now than Brendan Rodgers. Jeremy, you're taking it first, because he delivered the FA Cup to the Foxes last year, the first time in their history. He's taken them to the cusp of the Champions League in consecutive seasons, dropping down effectively only on the final day, dropping out of the top four. Yet his longevity at clubs is not particularly long. Either he leaves after 3 years, or he's sacked and he's gone after 3 years or less. Do you see him staying on throughout the course of the season?
No, I don't think so. I think in modern football, unless you're at the top all the time and keep performing, then I think players need someone new to come in after 3-4 years. I remember Pep Guardiola saying it, you know, when he was at Barcelona and he left, and then Bayern Munich. He said the demand, what I demand from my player, they're in training, then they can respond. But after a few years, the connection is kind of, it's not going through anymore. And I just feel them strong managers that demand so much from their players, at some point after 3-4 years, you know, it kind of died down and players just need something fresh, something new. And that's what I think, you know, when you look at Leicester play now, you don't see much fire in them. You don't see the way they used to play with you know, desire and discipline and everything. It's a bit flat. So I just, you know, I think sadly it might be the end of the road for Rodgers.
I think he's been unlucky with injuries. I think Johnny Evans has been a big miss. Doesn't seem like, obviously, Jamie Vardy's missed more football. But I think that he has been a fantastic manager for them. And I think he is a top manager. And I don't know if the link to Manchester United was a bit of a distraction, not his fault. But I agree with Jeremy that if soon results don't pick up and Leicester are going to make a change and they can't really do any more, then I think that they should get a new manager in who can then assess the squad and decide the way they want to go and work towards the summer window, because obviously this is a group of players that they've got. So do I like Brendan Rodgers? I think yes, I think he's a top manager, and I think there'll be a lot of takers for him still. But it just seems to be that like Jeremy says, that spark of that and that energy and that real quality of Leicester at this moment in time. You know, this is a team who said they'd won the FA Cup. They were really pushing for that top four. And they've been well below standard. And yes, injuries is a reason, but I still feel that maybe, they just need to freshen it up there a little.
Yeah, I'm also looking at the result from the FA Cup on the weekend. I mean, against a championship side, albeit a very good championship side, and one which Arsenal will know well as well, Jeremy, in this competition. But I'm looking at the side here, and I mean, Iheanacho, he's a good goal scorer. Maddison was playing, and Didi was playing. Tielemans was playing, the hero in the FA Cup final in the last season. James Justin, Marty, they were all involved. Soyuncu. And when he comes out, the manager that is, and says that some of these players have achieved all that they can at this club and they need to rebuild, how's that going to have an impact on the squad if a manager is saying that?
I mean, I think there that, one, you can't say that the managers underestimated the competition, because that's sometimes where you question managers and say that they go weak in the cup and don't respect it. Well, they were the holders. They wanted to win it again. That's a very, very strong team. I don't think Tielemans has quite hit the levels before. So I think Brendan Rodgers has probably tried a few different tactics. He's a very experienced manager. We look at what he did at Liverpool, what he did at Celtic. So he's probably looked at him for, I've tried a few different approaches. I've put my arm around a few players, or I've had my little one-to-one chat. So you know what now? I'm going to try this one. I'm going to see if I can stir and provoke a reaction. And he's come out and he's not protected his players. Clearly hasn't worked tonight because they've been beaten by Liverpool. But I think you name there some absolutely top draw players that probably would be coveted by other clubs. You look at, Maddison, when he's at it, Tielemans, Iheanacho, Barnes, there's really, really good Leicester players. So I think that is the thing. I think he's just looking and thinking, right, I'm going to get a reaction. Let's see if I can hurt your pride a little bit because you're letting me down out there. Because that team, no matter how good a job Steve Cooper's done, and I know Nottingham Forest beat Arsenal as well, that team that was put out should know what it means to play Nottingham Forest. It's an East Midlands derby, and they were well beaten, and some inexcusable errors that were nothing to do with tactics, poor errors. So he needs a reaction from his side, and he probably knows he's under pressure.